wanted to just ask you both to kind of look out over the next like 5 to 10 years. How do you think the way that the defense industrial base uses AI, will change over that period? And are there any particular kind of technology advances that, or applications you're most, excited about here in the near term?
I went over some of the examples earlier. Again, I think you can look at it in two different manners, right? One is what really happens at what Harry referred to at the edge-based environment, whether it's a 3D printer, whether it's another articulated robot. But there's also that other aspect, right? What goes on in the factory in general, looking at labor wellness, looking at supply chain material availability. So I think that's going to be important in those areas. But the bottom line is that AI is going to be implemented in all these industrial economies, right? Whether it's biopharma, again, as I mentioned earlier, advanced manufacturing. And I really want to kind of foot stomp that, again, the US is great at the innovation level, but we got to deploy it. We got to start using this. And then, like Harry said, put in the proper controls to do it. And maybe another method is create an AI that will actually look at the data sets before they go to another AI and before the implementation. But we got to understand these risks, but we can't be so conservative that we don't do this, because right now, again, I gave the example of China. These countries are deploying this on a big scale, and they're learning from it.
Dr. Drini, what would you add there?
So I think some of the next steps for AI in manufacturing is going to be like the full integration of some of these AI-driven automation processes that can run throughout the entire production life cycle of a product. So like, not only will AI be a part of it, but they'll be supporting the management of the machines, and it'll drive real-time decision making of the tools that are being used on the production floor to actually produce, mass produce these things that we're looking for. Greg mentioned it earlier. Another thing that I see with AI and manufacturing in the future is that scaling aspect. The organization's digital maturity is going to drive where your scaling happens. And I think AI is going to increase that digital maturity, probably at an order of magnitude that we don't understand. And then we're going to have to try to scale in order to meet that. So that'll be pretty exciting to watch how that grows over the next few years.